kama polisi. The cops have made a lot of people give up on this type of business. Not that
in this life, there are 4 categories of people. Those that have the money but have no ideas. Those that have ideas but have no money. There are those that have the ideas and the money, but there are also those that do not have the money and do not have the ideas. Welcome to Alex Madiba Show. My name is Alex Madiba, and of course your host, bringing to you the most educative online show in Kenya, like I've always been bringing. Businesses, you'll be able to learn to manage business, to start a business, not just that, but also be able to attain products and services from different business people. So I'll be interviewing people, in business, people who are successful, but even those that are also starting. Today I'm here with a gentleman, a friend, a guy who can never see you falling down and never gives you a hand to lift you up, Mr. Phil. Welcome to Alex Madiba Show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
The last time we talked was about business and we said we would meet. I'm happy that eventually we are here together to discuss business.
Yeah, of course, with the current times, mambo ni biashara. So I'm also glad to be here to share ideas, to also help somebody who might be in need to start up something, somebody who's been thinking, where can I start up from, what do I need to start and where to start from. So yeah, I'm grateful to be here.
I remember when we were growing up, we were told that you just go to school, graduate and then get a job. But wewe umefikiria something different, umeingia kwa biashara. You have not relied on a formal job.
Yeah, I'm a graduate for starts. I am a graduate, but sisemi masomo ni mbaya. Masomo is very important. It is very important that you have the papers for starts, but equally with the opportunities that are not there, it is better to also have a different mindset, to look and think outside the box. So business is the way to go.
So generally tunasema mambo ni biashara.
Mambo ni biashara.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So recently nilikuona kwa the East African International Fashion Week. Are you also in fashion, or what exactly are you doing apart from the wines and spirits?
Yeah, I am a fashion model. Let's say I'm a commercial model. I am a catwalk coach, and I have featured on a number of fashion weeks, but the East Africa being the largest of them all. Yeah, I train models at a red card. I judge, I also judge. I'm a professional judge. So yeah, I'm into the fashion industry fully, but yeah, I'm not a designer.
Okay, so which one is a side hustle? Is it the wines and spirits or the fashion business?
All of them to me are a hustle, but the business is everything to me. For modeling, I'd say I'm passionate about modeling, but equally it is also a way of me making income because I also earn from that. So business is everything, but fashion pia inakubalika.
Yeah, true,
yeah.
True. So let's focus today on the wines and spirits,
Yeah.
the Infinity Wines and Spirits. What were you doing before you started the wines and spirits, apart from, of course, the fashion? Generally, what were you doing before you started a business?
I think after school I have been in business, but sasa shida ni mahali nilianza.
True.
Yeah, I started as a fruit vendor. So nilikuwa nauza mandizi mahali tu sitasema ni wapi. But that was the first business I ever did. I was introduced to that by a friend of mine who was mwenye pia alikuwa kwa biashara for long. But then after that, with time, pia nika grow. And then eventually nikafika mahali penye sasa I am operating a liquor business. And I love it here. Of course there are challenges, but it's good.
Okay, great. So how long have you operated these wines and spirits, the Infinity Wines and Spirits? Obviously when you're in Rongai after SGR, you will see Infinity Wines and Spirits, a well-located shop. How long have you been here operating this business?
Next year, February, we'll be clocking 3 years. So let's say I'm 2 years and 10 months. Yeah, I've been in business for 2 years and 10 months.
That is quite a successful business, right? Most people in the first year and the business is done.
Well, there's a lot of things into it. There's a lot of challenges. Sometimes you feel like giving up. Sometimes you feel like you want to close that shop. Sometimes the returns are not enough to be everything. But I think business needs patience. Yeah, you have to be persistent per se. And that is what I have done for me to be here. Yeah.
Okay, so like any other business, there are steps to take when starting that business, because I know there are people watching and absolutely they would like to learn what steps exactly can you take, or what steps do you take when starting a wines and spirits business?
I think they are basic steps, but the first step is also coming into terms with yourself. You want to start a business because it's also a challenging business. So the first step is accepting that, hey, I'm going to do this, so let me go for it. And then now comes the official ways of now getting down to work.
Licenses and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the key thing about this business, number one, is the location. You have to be you have to select a location that is very, I don't know how to say this, but where you can reach people and a lot of people. A strategic place. Thank you for that. Yeah. Yes, you have to select a strategic location.
True.
That is how, and that is when you can be successful in this kind of business. And then there comes the licenses, which are a bit of a challenge, yes, because number one, they are a bit expensive. They are a bit expensive, and there are many.
And it's also tedious too.
Very tedious. Getting the licenses, you have to jump from office to office. But when you have them, of course, everything works out for you. Because now you see, you have to go to the county, and the county has different departments. You have to go to the public health department. Then there's the liquor license.
You have to go to KEBS, I believe.
You have to go to KEBS, of course, yes. And it's tedious. It is tedious, but once you have them, then you can operate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any challenges when it comes to suppliers? Most businesses have that challenge, a big challenge. There are people, where to get the stock from, the charges, the transportation. How easy is it dealing with suppliers? Do you have reliable suppliers, and probably is it not a challenge to you?
It used to be a challenge because you see, when you're setting up, a lot of suppliers don't really have belief and faith in you, because it takes a while for a supplier to have trust with you. And yeah, there are challenges. There were challenges, sorry. And amongst them is getting alcohol from these suppliers, transport, how you're going to get alcohol to your shop. And you see, if you do not have a way that you can go get them by yourself, come stock the shop, then it's a challenge. But then once they get your trust, once you've been in business with them for long, they now give you an option that you can order and then they can deliver.
Okay.
Yeah, so it becomes easier. But unajua wanasemaga pwagu hupata pwaguzi. Na kwa industry wakora ni wengi sana. Because there are people who are making their own alcohol. Zenye hazijapitia standards za kutengenezwa. There are people who kuna hata wakora wakuuza pombe in the name of suppliers. So getting also a reliable supply is something that is not so easy.
Umewahi patana na fake supplier who supplies bad products to you?
Yes, once. Na ilikuwa mbaya kwa sababu client alikuja. Number one, sikuwa najua ni pombe zake si legit. So client akakuja, and I love being transparent in business. So client akaniambia, no, before I take your product, I have to scan. At that time kulikuwa na pombe very, very, very fake kwa industry. Like kila mahali kulikuwa na pombe fake. So hata KRA walikuwa wanapitia. So this person comes in and a scan, na inakosa kuonyesha kwa application ile ya Soma Label. Haionyeshi pombe ni ya wapi. So we had a very lengthy chat, because sasa alikuwa pia ni an officer. So alikuwa anataka kujua natoa wapi pombe. So I also picked it up with the supplier. Supplier, unajua, of course haizi kubali makosa yake.
Yeah.
So and then that was the end of me and the supplier.
But well, now you have reliable suppliers, right?
Yes. I have 5 suppliers. different products. Some have the same products, but very reliable, very legit. Any client who walks into my shop are assured of getting legit products. Yeah.
Those who drink can drink in peace.
Yes, and also in luxury, because we have everything. From those who want to buy alcohol ya pesa mingi, ya pesa kidogo, tunawapenda wote. Yes.
I must confess, your staff are so welcoming, and you too. And I think that's a great tool in business, I think. So for those who intend to come to Infinity Wines and Spirits, the products are legit, the owner is legit, the staff are good, the products are good, and you'll always get what you want from Infinity Wines and Spirits. Phil, if you don't mind, share with us the experiences of being in the wines and spirits.
Let me start with the positive ones. If you're consistent, the profit margins are good, but you have to be consistent. That is the thing. So I'm not going to go out loud and say that it is making a whole lot of money. Of course, it's a small business at some point, but if you're consistent, then it is a business that is worth being in there for years, and it's actually a business that you can grow and also grow your stock. Yeah, so that's the positive side. The negative side, kuna challenges. Challenges ni mob. Hii ni biashara.
Hapo kwa challenges ndio watu wanategea sasa, those who want to start. You know, kuna time, sorry to cut you short, but kuna time I was trying to seek information on this, and somebody said the challenges are untouchable. But I believe if Infinity Wines and Spirits can run for more than 2 years, then even the challenges are manageable. So hapo kwa challenges, I would take us there, those challenges. What exactly are the challenges in the wines and spirits business?
Sitasema zote, lakini wacha niseme zenye ni most important. Number one, I think before I go there, I think the first thing to say is you need to have legit papers. You need, kama venye tumesema, county to wherever, lazima ukuwe na makaratasi, because hapo ndio challenge ya kwanza inakujaga. If you do not have papers, then you with the police, you with the county, unakuaga tu kila siku ni kesi, karatasi, and hakuna purpose ya kukua kwa biashara. But challenges kama polisi, the cops have made a lot of people give up on this type of business. Not that wanakuharass or anything, but kuna ile norm na kuna ile culture ambaye watu wanakuaga wamejiwekea that as long as uko kwa biashara ya wine and spirit, askari lazima afanye nini? Lazima akule kitu. We love them, we appreciate them, they wanatuchunga pia, but at the same time they're actually a menace to people who are working in this industry, and you also have to be resilient, because una imagine for instance, nimetengeneza profit yangu hapa ya 2,000. Kukuje askari asubuhi anataka 200. Jioni kukuje mwingine anataka 200. Alafu kienda kufunga kazi saa 3 hapo saa 4, mwingine akuja anataka 200. Unaona unapoteza pesa ngapi?
Yeah.
So sometimes they finish up the business kwa sababu unaona profit yako hawi nini, you're not like ile margin ambayo umezoea, kuna ile yenye unapoteza. Na ukipoteza pia unapata at the end of the month keep bills za hiyo duka, to also pay your staff also becomes a challenge. Yeah. Number 2, wakora ni challenge.
What do you mean wakora?
Yeah, unajua siku hizi si lazima mtu akunyonge ama akushikia bunduki ndio akupore. Yeah, we've met, it's been a challenge since tuko kwa biashara. Unapata sasa mtu amekuja kwa duka, looking very nice. Hizo ni zile challenges nimepitia kabla nikuje kukua mjanja kwa industry. Anakapoa amevaa suti, amepaka hata Mercedes hapa. Nakuja nakwambia no, nisaidie ile mzinga ya Black Label. Mwambie,
is that the most expensive one?
Here no, we have alcohol that is around 10k. Kwangu kwa biashara yangu hiyo ndio the most expensive niko nayo.
So anakuja anaitisha
ile ya pesa. Unajua hata ukimwangalia ni mtu anaonekana akona kakitu. So yes, unamruhusu anakuja anakwambia haya natuma. Ama unapata mtu anakwambia no, nimepark gari hapa, niletee hapa kwa gari, ninatuma do. So I once encountered one. Ile nimetoka nimemchukulia mzinga. Nimekuja nimempatia. Alichukua 1 liter ya double black. That was around 6500. Kurudi hivi kuangalia M-Pesa, unajua ameniambia yeye natuma. Kurudi kuangalia hivi M-Pesa, nikiinua kichwa hivi Mercedes haiko.
Already
amechukua unajua sasa they do it so fast. Alafu unajua ni mtu ako very convincing. Your outfit, unakaa mtu, you know. So I will trust you, I come, I give you the products. Na mtu anaenda hivyo. Sasa wewe huwezi toka hapa mguu anze ukimbizana na gari. Hiyo ni hasara ya 6,000. So people are there, and then there are people who, if you do not have a staff who is so anajuana sana na mambo ya pesa, watu wanatembea na pesa ambaye si ya ukweli. Yeah. So you find somebody might come, order things for around 8K, anatoa 1,000. So unapata kama 5 of those ama 4 of that ni legit money. And then 4 is not. So by the time staff wako wana realize umeoshwa 1,000 ngapi? 4,000. So hizo ni challenges pia, but ni vitu pia with time unajua kuzicurb. Yeah.
How have you been able to deal with the challenges? Because probably maybe watu wa wash hiyo pesa fake money, I think you maybe kuna detector that,
yes.
Do you have that now?
We've taken measures. Nikanunua zile lights, you know, there are lights zenye unapitisha pesa chini yake hivyo. So we have that, but currently we are not operating on cash. We are strictly on M-Pesa. So kama si M-Pesa tunaweza run kadi yako. That was amongst the remedies za kukab hiyo challenge ya fake money, because sometimes hata wewe mwenyewe unaweza kosa kujua pesa ni fake. Yes.
Issue ingine ningependa kujua, and I know most people want to know, ni how do you handle debts? Madeni, you know, friends normally come and say, give me this, I will pay after a week, and probably after that week they don't pay. What measures do you have in place to handle debts?
Let me first give some advice to that. My advice is, number 1, deni huangusha biashara. The moment you start giving out debts, that is the moment your business starts going low. And sometimes you never recover hizo zote. Na hata ukiwekea client an extra fee on top because ya kukaa na deni, bado lose because your pesa ingekuwa inazalisha. So debts are the first step of a business collapsing. But at the same time, hauwezi avoid debts. You have loyal clients. You have clients who purchase from you every single day. And of course, other than being in business, we are human. Other than being in business, I want to keep my clientele. So kuna ile siku client atakuja, maybe I don't have this and I need a drink, the common drink I usually take every day. And sometimes unapatia huyo client benefit of doubt. So deni lazima pia zitakuwa kwa biashara. But now you also become, sijui nitasema ni critical ama ni cynical, na wale watu unapatia hizo deni. So debts are there. Debts will always be there. They fail a business, but at the same time, for you to keep the clientele, lazima kuna wale utapeana deni.
Umewahi write off debts? Bad debts?
Nimewahi, si moja. Especially on my first year. On my first year nilienda hasara na madeni. Because ndio biashara inaingia, you want to capture everyone, you want to have a lot of clientele. So deni zilikuwa. But sasa unakuwa na deni and then you look up to that person, and that person is going to take you in circles for weeks, for months. Unafika mahali sasa unaona
unachoka.
Huwezi enda polisi, huwezi fanya nini. Unasema tu sasa wacha iende. Wacha ilale, because biashara lazima iendelee. Business has to go on, and deni ya mtu sasa ifai kufanya unafunga biashara. But then now you take it upon yourself, and of course it is your mistake.
Kuna kitu ningependa kujua, because most business people wanalenga mambo ya systems, maybe point of sale systems ama QuickBooks ama systems zenye zina manage sales. Do you have that in order to be able to know, to be updated on your debts, or do you use the traditional way of using counter books and stuff like that?
Now, I would say I have grown into this. So I started off with books. Kuna ile kitabu ya sales ya stock kila siku mnachukua. But then you come and realize it is tiresome. It is tiresome kukua kila siku kuandika. So sasa tuko on the point of sales. Ninatumia POS hapo inaitwa Jumpos. By which ni poa. Mimi naweza advise to anybody who's into business, regardless ikuwe ni ya wines, regardless ikuwe ni biashara gani. It is very helpful because uko na kila kitu kwa tab, online, on your phone. Unajua bills ziko wapi, and then also for you to be able to manage your business, lazima uko unajua unatengeneza pesa ngapi. And ukitumia POS inakukalculatea profit yako, inakukalculatea stock, amount of the stock yenye uko nayo. So keep up to, unajua jana nilitengeneza 2,000. That is below what I normally make every day. So this is this and this and this is that. Yeah.
Kuna some businesses that sometimes you are in business, the business produces money but it doesn't give you profits. But inaweza cater for the operation costs, inaweza nunua stock, inaweza nini, but when it comes to profits, hakuna. Have you ever been in that situation? Maybe in your first year of operation, because this business is a little bit fine, maybe you have never encountered such a issue.
No, I have, but most of the times mambo inakuwaga mawili. Let's just put it in black and white. Either biashara haijashika to the point una mix ile profit unatengeneza ni kidogo sana that the only thing inaweza fanya ni inaweza tibu to the costs, or else number 2 ni unaibiwa. Either you have internally. Hiyo ni mambo ya kindani ndani because now unaweza pata mambo ndio inaonekana kwa POS inaonyesha kuko hivi na hivi, lakini ukiangalia accounts hauoni pesa. So mtu anafanya tu mambo yake hapa. That is now you see, now we come back to our staff. Sasa hapo ukiwa na mtu ako transparent, you will rarely meet issues kama hizi. And the only time utapatana issues kama hizi ni kama hakuna biashara.
Phil, I've really learned a lot from you, and I believe kuna watu wamelearn pia from the Infinity Wines and Spirits owner Phil. Kuna something that must be discouraging people from starting businesses. Many people out there, you know, kuna mtu unapata akona pesa kwa account ama kwa M-Pesa. Kuna wale wana save kwa M-Pesa, of course. Mfungue accounts kwa genuine, save in the most appropriate ways. So kuna watu wakona pesa kwa account na but they fear, wanaogopa kuanza biashara. What do you think is scaring people off from starting businesses as per this economy?
Number one, zile challenges tu zenye tumesema mwanzo. I think hizo ndio zinashtua watu sana. Alafu number 2, kama haujakaa chini na mtu ako kwa this type of business, aku take through the challenges zenye ziko hapa, ni biashara moja yenye ni mtu anaonaga ni kama ni risk kuweka pesa yako. And then a lot of people associate the alcohol business with a lot of things. And hiyo pia ni mindset ambayo watu wanafaa wabadilishe, because you don't have to be drinking ndio uko una operate duka kama hii. Kuna watu wanaamini biashara ya wine and spirit there is that devilish thing in it, because I mean that is we are human, and that is okay. But now it's a perceptive. Hiyo ni perception ya mtu. Biashara ni biashara, na kama pesa iko, I mean every business is a risk, because hata usipofanya ya wines uende urisk kuweka hiyo pesa yako ununue mtumba, hata uweke beli ya 1,300
ama hata ice cream,
ama hata useme unauza ice pop. It's a risk. Haujui kama zitaenda, haujui kama hiyo biashara itakupea profit. So watu wanaogopa ku take those risks, ambaye ni kitu pia watu wanafaa waitoe ndani yao, because mimi naamini biashara ni poa.
Okay. Let's look at government policies. From your experience in business, sometimes you feel that there are policies that are not right kwa wale wanataka kuanza biashara, ama even those that are running businesses. maybe where a government departments would come in and do something and maybe improve the conditions instead of subjecting people who want to start or those that have started to an environment where doing business becomes an issue. Do you have an issue with or what do you suggest that government can do to make investment easier?
I think above being negative at some point, the government has also helped sana, because saizi kama vijana kuna hizi funds za youth. Wachana na hustler fund, that's a different thing, but there are funds zenye you want to invest in a business, you have this business idea, it is mtu akiangalia anaona ni idea ambayo ina make sense. Kuna hizo loans na kuna hizo funds, and then pia gava kama mtu ana relate na banks, gava pia imewezesha. Kuna there are relationship between the private and the government sectors, so zimewezesha pia banks kukua zinaweza kupatia mfanyibiashara ambaye ni mfanyibiashara, because when you're starting up you can get loans. Si lazima ukuwe na capital ni uanze hiyo biz. So gava pia inatujenga at the same time. So yes, I think the government has done a lot to help on the business industry. But pia policies zingine, unajua pia na economy, taxation pia sasa imekuwa ngori, because unaangalia zile products vile ulikuwa unanunua after the budget and stuff, and now it's complicated. Vitu zimekuwa vitu zikikuwa expensive pia ni dangerous kwa biashara. Yeah.
So you feel they could maybe do something?
Ingekuwa poa sana.
Can you be specific on what you would feel, what you think what you feel should be done actually that makes biashara easier by government?
I think they need to review zile amendments zilifanywa hii mwaka, because unaona hata watu wengi sasa hivi wamekimbia kutoka kwa till number, because charges za customer kukutumia pesa, for a fact, and if I'm to be honest with you, inakula profit margin yako sana. Na unajua uwezi ongeza bei ya vitu kwa sababu unataka kujinufaisha na client anaumia, because we are here because of them. So unapata sasa serikali inakufinya wewe kama mfanyabiashara, na sasa ile pesa kidogo ambayo ungetengeneza kutoka kwa huyo client wako ama customer imekulika.
So hiyo uchungu inabaki tu kwako.
Uchungu inabaki. And there's nothing you can do about it, because we have to respect everything that happens. But as for me, maybe they need to review and revise hizo amendments, because tunaumia.
Sure. When it comes to business, there are those specific things that one could do to be successful. Probably there are struggling businesses that are out there because of the factors you mentioned hapa. How can one make a business successful, irrespective of what it is that one is doing?
Consistency, because staff wanaweza kuja na waende, lakini biashara inafaa ibaki. So if the business is consistent, if the services you're providing are the same, and that is how I can say I am 3 years old in this business, because unauza products zenye zinastahili under the same serikali na regulations za serikali. Relationship yako na clientele bado ni the same. Si ati mwezi ulifukuza huyu client, hiyo mwezi mwingine amekuja. No, we treat everyone equally. So I think consistency is one. Yes.
Okay. Good to hear from Phil, Infinity Wines and Spirits, the owner. He's also a fashion guy. Like I told you, he's a guy who can never see you falling down and never gives you a hand to lean on. A very good guy, and of course he keeps inspiring us. More businesses, of course, will be coming on the Alex Madiba show. But here, as we conclude, I would like to ask him a question that probably somebody, a Mama Mboga, somebody out there who would want to ask this question, because I have it in my mind and I feel I really need to ask you this question. Starting Infinity Wines and Spirits, of course, is a business that requires money. But kuna wale, unapata nyuma mbele, east, west, north, south, wako tu na 50,000 na wangependa kuanza biashara? If you were in that position, I know
it is not viable for the wines in, because you see now that is almost the prices of your licenses, yes. But then if I found myself in a position like that, even right now, I think biashara ni mingi. Biashara ni mbigi. Because hata ukiangalia 50k unaweza fanya vitu mob.
kama nini?
Mimi naweza uza hata smoky. Naweza uza hata smoky on unajua biashara ni consistency. Kwa sasa ukibuy hiyo trolley na uangalia stock, maybe hata utatumia hiyo 50 na hema. Utatumia hiyo 50 na makaa sasa ni kwa ground mambo ni si unaelewa. Makaa iko available. So that is amongst hiyo ni moja. Number 2, mimi naweza lima. Kama uko na hiyo chwani unaweza lima. Because you see watu wa farming, yeah, 50k can do a lot of farming, because you see for instance unataka kulease shamba, unalisiwa shamba ni around 10k. That is probably 1 year. Kama uko na passion na farming, kama unajua basics za farming, 50k will do that. Number 3, I've been into fashion, so I know how it goes. And manguo na 50k is a business that can work very well. As long as sasa research about the business, umeenda uko na supplier mzuri mwenye anamwaga bill, 50k inaweza anzisha biashara ya manguo. Hiyo kazi nyingine sasa ni kwako. Yeah, but
zile mitumba.
Mtumba tu. But unajua kuna mtumba moto.
True.
Hata mimi nimevaa mtumba na ni kali.
Una mali safi.
Ni kali. Za mtumba.
Si ndio?
Cause kila kitu si duka. Tukitoa hiyo mentality, maybe tutagrow kama nation na kama youth. Mtumba ziko, mtumba ina sell. Shoes, clothes, sportswear. Yeah.
Okay. Financial management skills are not skills for everybody. Obviously, when you're in business, it means you are financially strong. Not strong as in you have so much money, but it means you probably know how to handle money. What can you tell those people who get 5,000 shillings today and they are running all over buying anything that is in front of them? People who are unable to keep money with them. Because somebody told me that the issue is not making money, but the issue is keeping the money.
Yeah.
What can you tell our youth out there, our friends?
Pesa ni tempting. Na ni kweli keeping the money is a challenge. Hata mimi siwezi katanisha kwa situation kama hiyo. Because unapata sasa unatengeneza 40,000. Ukishamalizana na bills zako, hiyo ushalipa bills zako ni wewe, hiyo ni pesa umekaa nayo hivi. And sometimes I think vijana tuja pay attention to some things, because tuko na advisors, we have financial advisors everywhere. And at some point mimi I will advocate mtu anakuwa na mtu pia anamsaidia kujua vile anafaa afanyie pesa. Of course ingine ni innate, wewe mwenyewe unafaa uko unajua. Juu ukishalipa kila kitu umebaki na pesa. Hiyo pesa ni ya nini? Kuna savings, kuna kila kitu. But kama wewe si mtu wa hizo, kwa ni mtu wa sherehe, especially kwa hii biashara yetu, then hautakuwa unafanya anything, because unatengeneza pesa, kesho hakuna. Kesho hiyo nyingine iko, unasema no, we are living for today. Tomorrow will live for itself, and that is wrong. So when you have a goal, kama uko na mpango, a long term thing, that is the only way you can grow.
Sikia ati ukipata pesa hata ile
jaribu nayo.
Even maji inaonja different. You need something that has a taste.
Ni ukweli? Ni ukweli. Kama veje tu mtu anakuambia mimi siwezi kula githeri na niko na opportunity ya kula. Sisemi mtu ajifinye. Ukiwa na pesa unaweza tumia, lakini tumia pesa na mpango. Wacha ile yenye imebaki baada ya umepangia kila kitu ingine, ndio unaweza weka nini sasa? Unaweza consume. Because money is tempting. Na hiyo temptation ndio huangusha biashara. So tuheshimu tu pesa.
Thank you so much, Phil. And of course, kuna watu wanasema don't have a side chick, but have a side hustle. That's what Phil is doing. And of course, business is here. I know you have learned, and of course in our next episode we will try to look at his line of fashion. So we'll have a lot of conversation around that line. How can one make the fashion industry a much better industry that can give you money? And of course it's giving money, it depends on what you're doing. Phil, what words can you have to especially people of Ngoroi, because we are here in Ngoroi, people of Ngoroi Football Club, the people who are watching all over Kenya and beyond? What final words do you have for them, business-wise?
I'm not gonna say much. I'm just gonna use my slogan yenye natumia kwa biashara yangu. Slogan yetu kama Infinity Wines and Spirits ni an unending spirit. Unapata? Si spirit ya pombe. Si spirit ya pombe. This, you know, ya kujikaza. Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna say. You're in whatever area you're doing, anything you're doing. Is it soccer? Is it business? Are you working in an office? An unending spirit.
Thank you so much. Ambia watu wa subscribe bwana kwa hii channel,
yes,
Alex Madiba Show.
So welcome. Mimi nitasema welcome. And also subscribe to this guy. He's a friend of mine. And you're doing a very good job. So guys hapo nje, subscribe to Alex Madiba Show on YouTube. Pale uko na platforms zingine pale, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. TikTok. Yeah. Follow, subscribe. Thank you.
Phil amesema subscribe, musikosane. So please support Alex Madiba Show. Bringing to you a lot of business ideas, not just about starting, not just about managing, but also be able to attain products and services. At least now, if you are in Ngoroi or somewhere, you know that is Infinity Wines and Spirits. And if you feel you need to have a Red Bull or something, or a drink or Red Label or whatever you want to have, you can pass by Infinity Wines and Spirits. Thank you so much. This is Alex Madiba Show. Thank you.